talking about it getting better tomorrow, but good grief. I mean, the middle of May and it's 50 degrees out and the 30s in the evening. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, back to you, Peter. KC1DAX.
Yeah, the HF bands have been really crappy. I have made hardly any contacts on HF in the past couple of weeks. And somebody, I don't know who, but somebody spoke ill of our warm weather and it went away. So hopefully it will come back here soon. KC1, FQL, you're up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone has any guidance to give on APRS. I'm having a hard time getting my packets digipeated.
I don't know. I don't, but I think as we come around, we can put that question out there. Hang on to that, and we'll come around with it. KC1, FQU. Go ahead. Anything for us?
KC1, FQU, Belchertown. Thanks for letting me in, guys. I've only been on about 2 weeks. The license was posted 2 weeks ago anyway. I'm running off of a TYT TH9800 and a Workman Discone antenna. And I'm going out right now looking to find a SWR power meter to make sure I'm putting out correct power and have a good match. Because although I'm hitting repeaters far away, I am not sounding clear according to what I've been hearing, even on my nearest repeater here on Mount Tom. But anybody got any suggestions, you can let me know. My location is kind of in a pit. I'm kind of down low. I got 100-foot pine trees around me and a big hill on one side. Any suggestions? KC1, FQU.
ZHM.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, well, just a word. You sound excellent. If this is the system you're talking on now, it sounds excellent. Your full copy, good quality audio, signal's excellent. So don't know what else to tell you. It could be just you and Mount Tom. That could be the problem. The Mount Tom repeater's been ill lately anyway. Just thought I'd throw it in there. Your signal in the Greylock is perfect, fine, okay, excellent. Back to the round table.
Hey, thank you, John. Yeah, your 100% DFQ into this repeater sounds sweet. Nothing even in the background. So wherever you're running it very well. This is Kilo Delta 2 Juliet Kilo Victor for the Newcomers Roundtable. Do we have any further check-ins?
This is Kilo 1, Sierra Alpha Victor, Al, and Adams. Good evening.
This is Darlene, Albany, KD2KOW.
Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie, Paul in Ringe, New Hampshire.
Hey, hello and welcome, KD2KOW Darlene, K1SAV, and Paul, AB1TC, and KC1FQU, by the way. Welcome and congratulations on your new license, and hope that you enjoy the hobby. Let's go to K1SAV. Go ahead with your questions and comments.
Well, good evening, guys. On the net. Yeah, this is K1SAV. Not really a question, just wanted to say hello. I've been put the mic down for 6 years, and this is, I finally came back. Took a little hiatus, and I went to a Skywarn class last month or so and saw a couple of old hand buddies, John ZHM and who else was there? Rick N1SYN. And I kind of got the bug again, so I dragged out my HT and I'm going to start getting more involved with the club and back on the air. So it's good to be back, and I'm gonna enjoy. And congratulations and good luck to all the newcomers here. This is K1SAV. Back to none.
All right, K1SAV, welcome back to the hobby. If anybody has the answer for KC1SQL's question about APRS, just kind of throw your call out there and we'll get you into this. Another newcomer who happens to be my wife, who just got licensed a few months ago, KD2JKV, Darlene. Welcome to the Newcomers Net on the No Bark K1FFK repeater.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for letting me to give a little chat here. I'm just still kind of learning all the ropes, but I am going for my general, which is pretty good. I'm finding some of it a little bit different than going for the tech. But since the master here, Mr. KD2JKV, has already gone through it, he's been kind of like my teacher and helping me.
And the helper I will continue on. Next on our list, AB1TC, Paul.
Good afternoon to everybody on the net. I just figured I'd check in because I had the radio on and just say hi and just bring some relief to everybody that I don't have any traffic.
Well, it's not good that you don't have traffic, but it's kind of good that you don't have traffic. This is the Newcomers Roundtable. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor, your moderator for this evening. Do we have any further check-in? We'll go back up to the top of the list. WA1ZHM, are you back with us, John?
Oh, yeah, we've been listening. My company's getting a kick out of this anyway. Welcome to all you newcomers and old-timers, and SAV, welcome back. What else? The guy with that's looking for the SWR meter, yeah, it's nice to have one. It's not, well, I can't really say, I don't even own one. I know when things are, I've been around it so long, I can tell when things are right and when they're wrong. It's like my brother-in-law is an electrician, and he used to test house circuits with a wet finger, shove them right in there and see how much voltage. I couldn't believe he did that, but he used to do it anyway. He was a big guy. Let me catch it. Well, I guess it's experience. Yeah, you sounded okay coming in there this repeater. I think it's just you're in a poor location, a dead spot, or a null, we call them, a null, for the Mount Tom repeater. A good way to tell, though, is with an SWR meter. That gives you the real info. So they're getting, well, you get on the internet, you can probably get them. Radio Shack used to have them, but they don't have anything anymore, except cell phones and TVs. I guess so successfully with that place. I bet everybody has. That's in the radio hobby circumstance. So, okay, well, that's my blurb for now. And like I said, welcome to all the newcomers. I hope you have as much fun with the hobby through the years as I have had. Back to the roundtable. WA1ZHM, John Pittsfield in the group.
KD2JKV returning, yeah. I've never put an SWR meter on the 2-meter radio I'm using now, so, and it's been over a year, hasn't blown up yet, so I think I'm doing all right. Dave, KC1DAX, we're back to you.
K1FFK.
thank you. To KC1MQU, you are hitting that repeater fine. You sound excellent here. So I think, like John says, you must be in the null area as far as the mount down computer or repeater, because you sound A1 here. That's for sure. And if you're looking for SWR power meters, Daiwa makes a line of good ones, and they're fairly inexpensive. The one I have, I use an amp on the HF, so I needed to tune the amp. But I mean, the range, I believe, includes from 160 right to 2 meters, and it's got variable ranges on it, right up to 1.5 kV down to 15 watts, and it reads average average power PEP, plus it's a cross meter or cross needle type deal, so it reads reflected power in SWR. HRO New Hampshire's got a line on them, and you can't beat HRO New Hampshire. You order it one morning, it's here the next morning. And the next one down the line was K1SAV. Welcome back to the hobby. I haven't heard you before. I hope you would join us more often. We could use some new blood, that's for sure. It seems like every time I get on the information that in the morning, it's the same old guys, you know. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's nice to get some new people in there. And Darlene, welcome to the crew. You probably remember me. I remember hearing you in the background when Peter and I were trying to get New York for me on a 20-meter Ole Miss net that day. Anyway, welcome to the club. I'm sure you'll have no problem with the general test, especially with Peter helping you out. And there's a number of places on the web that you can, take practice exams. I know the one I found the best for me was right on the QRZ site. It uses the current question pool. If you get one wrong at the end, it'll give you your score. It'll tell you exactly what you got wrong and the area of study you need to improve on. And good luck with the general test. I'm sure you're going to love the general bands, because I found the technician class just too restricted. The only place you have phone privileges is on a small portion of 10 meters. So anyway, welcome aboard. And I think there was another one in there, but I didn't quite get the call sign, I believe, because I had my wife talking to me in the other ear at the same time. So anyway, that's about it here, and welcome to Darlene, and welcome back to K1SAB, and KC1DAX is back to net.
Yeah, she uses hamstudy.org, and that's how she got her tech. So she's doing well so far. She's getting up in the 80s on her general. So I think a few more and she'll be ready to go. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor. Peter, your moderator for the Newcomers Roundtable. Do we have any check-ins?
What's going on here? N1QOV.
Oh, somebody woke up Obi.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Continue on, guys.
We got Obi in here in N1QOV. Okay, KC1FQL. We're still trying to get an answer for your question, but I'm not too hip on APRS, so hopefully somebody else can get in here and knows that better than me. But go ahead, pick it up.
This is KC1FQL. Yeah, I know this is a night for a lot of questions. The other day I got a radiogram from another ham, and I didn't catch the call sign, so I couldn't respond to it. His phone message was garbled. What's that all about?
We get some ham kind of watches the new license people, and it might have been me. I'll have to check all my messages here. I might have passed that out. But if they catch new call signs, they'll send you a radiogram to try to get you into the national traffic system and that, and start passing and receiving messages. And I will, as we go around, I'll check my message list to see if that was possibly me that made the phone call. So So let's go to. But yeah, that's what it is, and then you can always send one back. I'm part of the NTS, so we can always you can always give me a call or get a hold of me after the roundtable, and I can pass some traffic for you if you wish.
Thanks a lot. Back to none.
Yep, that was me. I have your radiogram right here, as a matter of fact. So if you want, we can get together on that later. KC1FQU, go ahead. Your turn.
KC1, FQU, thank you very much. I just want to get back to that one gentleman, I think it was KC1, FQL, that was telling me about the Daiwa and a place to get it. I didn't quite hear the place that I could order it from. And if you're still by, I'd like to hear that, KC1, FQU.
Yeah, this is KC1DAX. Yeah, the place is HRO, Ham Radio Outlet. The nearest one is in New Hampshire. If you look it up on the net, their main page there, you can go down and see all their locations. And also they have, the catalog on the net there. You can check them out. The nice thing I like about them is you order it in the morning, or at least me here in my location, I order something in the morning, it's here the next morning. And I believe it's over $100 or right around $100. The shipping is free, but even the items that I had to pay shipping for, it's very economical. And Daiwa makes a great set of meters, cross needle meters that'll suit your purpose in there. They won't break the bank. Back to you.
Okay, that sounds great. Ham Radio Outlet. Somebody mentioned that to me before. I just haven't found it or didn't take the time to look. Today I went intensely looking on eBay and some other place, KC1 something or other. Prices and different styles all over the place. But I think I'm going to deal with this Ham Radio Outlet. Seems to have a lot of stuff. And the delivery sounds great too. I'm tired of ordering stuff out of California and waiting 10 days. KC1FQU, thank you. Back to you.
Okay, glad we got that worked out. Yeah, Ham Radio Outlet's a nice place to order stuff out. They have just about everything too. K1SAV, go ahead. Your turn.
Okay, Peter, thank you. Not much to add here. I'm just taking it all in and listening to all these brand new voices. I got to start carrying around a pen with me and taking down these new calls. But it's going to be good. A couple old salts I heard in there, N1QOV and WA1ZHM. Those are the guys I remember. But I'm looking forward to being active locally. My thing before I kind of quit the hobby there was HF and 10 meters, but I get on here as well, 2 meters 440. So yeah, I'll be around and hopefully I'll be able to get familiar with these new calls, and when I hopefully we'll go to the club meetings, Novark or the Mount Tom group, and I'll be able to see put the call signs to faces. So looking forward to it, and that's about it. Back to that. Thanks.
Yeah, K1SAV, we have traffic nets on this repeater at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. 7 days a week. So you can come in and join in on that. KD2KOW, Darlene, we're back over to you.
K1FFK.
Thank you for going ahead and welcoming to the group, guys. It's just kind of surprising that it's taken me a little bit. Still kind of mic shy. I'm still trying to get over that. So I'm trying not to make any mistakes. try to walk away without being a little disrespectful. I understand. And welcome back, as I was hearing to a couple of the people. I'm glad to see that this hobby is not dying. Welcome back by all means. And thank you for welcoming me to the Mount Greylock and everybody into this wonderful group. Have a good night, guys.
Okay, AB1TC, Paul, your turn.
AB1TC. It's kind of concerning here to hear all this wayward news of people thinking that the hobby is dying, because I've heard just the opposite. As a matter of fact, I have this friend that feeds me information on where they're taking tests and what geographical areas are giving classes and things like that. And Western Mass right now, I think they're on top of the list. There's somebody giving classes somewhere. I think it's a fire station, and I have the announcement for it right now, but I haven't got the complete book of addresses. But there's 12 new recipients in your region that just got licensed in the past week. So maybe you get it. Maybe I'll have that traffic tomorrow or the next day. But I think it's growing myself from what I've been hearing. Comments.
That would be Glenn Cooper, W2BK. He runs the Hamset Care. Yeah, and it's growing. You know, it works. You have people because most of the older guys are going silent key that the hobby was dying off. But then you have the no code, which has brought more people that got their ham licenses because there's no code anymore. So, it's kind of who you talk to is what they say, but I've been watching the numbers go up as well, so take it for what it's worth. Obi, N1QOC, welcome to the group. Your turn.
Hey, they keep passing tests and getting licenses. I keep scaring them away. I bite real hard. Anyway, don't be scared. Mike Shy. It was Mike Shy. I was on the other day on there for quite a while, and I think it was like a month before I had the initiative to pick up the mic and say anything. Now you can't shut me up. Anyways, we got here. Yeah, the 10 o'clock net, 7 days a week. Traffic net. Yeah, HRO is great. I always buy for them, even though they're probably not the cheapest, but free shipping. And like somebody said, overnight delivery just about every time. What else here? My announcements, usually I announce just about everything that's going on locally and in the area. On the 10 o'clock net and sometimes the 1 o'clock net. And if you need a audio signal report, I record the net. Usually you can look at my call sign, follow my call sign, it'll bring you to Ustream or YouTube, and you can listen to the nets via the internet. Anyways, before I time out N1QOV, internet.
Great, thank you, Obi. This is the Newcomers Roundtable. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor, your moderator for this evening. Do we have any further check-ins?
This is Kilo Delta 2, Lima Charlie Hotel.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Bravo Yankee Delta.
And it recognizes Kilo Delta 2 LCH and KC1 BYD. Let's go. KD2JKV, you're up. Any questions, comments, fun times? What's going on? Let us know.
Thank you. My name's Darren. I'm out of Schenectady, New York. Just passed my ticket test about 2 weeks ago, and it showed up today on the database. Running on a Kenwood TM701A mobile, running up to an antenna specialist 2-meter antenna. Just trying this out for the first time, seeing how we're doing.
Well, Darren, welcome to the hobby, and hope you have a lot of years of fun. This is a really fun hobby, especially when you start dabbling into HF. The 2-meter 440 side is fun too, though. Don't let anybody fool you. KC1, BYD, your turn. Go ahead.
SAV with a comment?
K1SAV, go ahead.
Yeah, that station just called in, the Newham from Schenectady, I believe. He wanted a sound check, and I just want to let him know that there's white noise behind him, but his audio is very, very good. Back to that.
You sound good. Like SAV said, there's a little white noise behind you, but you're sounding good for being getting into the repeater.
Outstanding. Thank you.
KC1 ID, are you with us?
Hey, sir, I fell off frequency for a second. I apologize.
Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
The name's here, Rich from Pittsfield. I just got involved with that Wires X, and we're having a good time with that. Talking to a lot of folks. I'm really starting to enjoy the hobby even more.
That's good. I haven't gotten into the Wires X thing. We still got that question floating around out there about the APRS, so hopefully someone can answer that question. We'll go back up to the top of the list. WA1ZHM. John, your turn. I guess John went poof. He'll come back. We'll come back around to him. Dave, KC1DAX. Go ahead.
Thanks again, Peter. To K1SAV, you probably are aware of it, but on Wednesday nights on the Mount Tom repeater, NA1X runs a information net that starts at 7:30, and then there's what they call the swap net. It's sort of a good way to find items you're looking for or sell items you want to get rid of. That follows directly after that, again by NA1X. And then after that is the N1RX emergency simplex net, running by, you might know him, Phil, FTC. And we switched to a simplex frequency. That's just, in case of emergency situations. Anyway, if you check in that, you may run into a lot of the guys that you may have owned 5 or 6 years ago before you took your hiatus. I found the swap net very helpful to get rid of a couple items that I wanted to sell, an antenna and an amplifier. So, but usually we get a pretty good turnout there. So give it a try. I'm sure everybody would be glad to hear from you. And to KLW, Darlene, don't worry about being mic shy, and don't worry about making mistakes on the air. You're amongst friends here, and it happens to all of us.
And we're just glad to see that you have taken an interest in it. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to work you on 20 meters like I did with Peter that day. But that is when the HF bands ever straighten out. They've been horrible. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Paul, first time I've heard you on this net, AB1TC. Not the first time you haven't had any traffic though. Seems like the traffic net has turned into the no traffic net, but still, you know, we're there just in case. And welcome to the other newbie, I believe was KD2JKV, and your rig sounds fine. And welcome to the hobby. Hope to hear more from you. And that's about all I got, Pete. Back to you.
You got my wife grinning ear to ear now, hearing that, and she'll be working everybody on the HF bands when she gets her ticket upgraded. KC1 FQL, we are back to you. Go ahead.
KC1 FQL, I just had a comment this time. I listened to that today. It was very interesting. I was playing French leave because of doctor's appointment, so I liked listening to that. I didn't know whether you could sign in whether if you didn't have traffic, so I didn't join in. And I did get a little mic shy, so I didn't introduce myself. It's KC1 FQL Brian, and I'm from North Adams. Back to the net.
Yeah, you don't need traffic to join in on the net. Just throw your call out there and join in. And usually OB will be on giving announcements, but if not, it's kind of pretty short. I run net control 4 days a week, Saturday morning at 10, and then 3 days for the 1 o'clock net. And I have a lot of fun doing that. So don't be mic shy. Feel free. Throw your call out there, and then get it on in the log. KC1 FQU, your turn. Go ahead.
KC1 FQU Belchertown, and the name is Scott. I just want to thank everybody for the information tonight. This is a really good and interesting net. I'd like to know if this is the only night that you have this. I can't remember that exactly. I'm trying to write these things down. And one more question about the meter. Is it something that I can leave in there in line all the time and not have it cause any drop out of power itself, or is it just for the quick test and then put it back in the drawer? KC1FQU, back to the net.
KC1S2U, this is KC1DAX. It has a small power supply, or power need, 12 volts. Takes very little. I know I have a power supply with gauges, and when I turn it on by itself, it only takes 0.1 amps, so it's minimal amount of power. And then it's just a simple antenna in, antenna out, and that's it. Very unintrusive and cross needle meter arrangement, and I found it to be very accurate. Back to you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to order that thing tomorrow. I've been looking for it for 2 days, and I think that's going to be it. I'm just going to sit back and listen to you guys for a little bit longer and see how long it lasts, and tell me before I disappear, again, when this net comes on and the time so I can get this written down. Thanks to everyone. KC1, FQU, back to the net.
The Newcomers Net Roundtable is the first and third Mondays of every month at about 7:30 p.m. and we have different people that usually run the net. This is KD2JKV, the moderator for the Newcomers Roundtable. Do we have any other check-ins? Okay, with that, we'll go to K1SAV. You're up. Go ahead.
Okay, Peter, thanks. Just a couple of quick questions. What is your call?
Try that again. repeater.
Okay, I'm just wondering what your call was. I didn't get a chance to write it down.
My call is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor.
Thanks for that. And the only other one, got the rest of them, the KC1. That's correct. What's your first name, please?
KC1DAX. That would be Dave.
Okay, very good. I'm trying to get all this down. All these KC1 prefixes. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick comment to you, Peter. You're doing a good job as moderator of this. The official name of this roundtable is the N1ISP Newcomers Roundtable. And N1ISP Don with my element. And he really got me involved in a lot of things. The hobby, rovering for the contest, and HF, and the whole gamut. And I think you got a big smile on your face. You're doing a good job, and I'm really glad that this roundtable is still going on. Everybody that's on here, and it's a good thing, and it does well for the hobby. So back to you, Peter. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the kind words. I love doing this stuff, whether it's the Newcomers Roundtable or it's the traffic nets, and No Bark has put a lot of faith in me, even though I feel kind of alone being almost the only two call in the world of one land. So I'm trying to get over that right now. AB1TC, Paul, go ahead, your turn.
Yes, I was trying to pursue the long-lost question that we had, and so let's see, I found the answer about that. Damn it. I'm going to cancel that. My computer just rebooted. That device that somebody asked about. Something's going berserk here. Hold on. Ask me. I'll catch it on the next round. Back to net control.
Hey, Paul, hopefully you get your computer straightened out. Obi, N1QOV, you're up.
Okay, somebody was looking for a signal, audio report, whatever. This net will be recorded. I'm doing it at home, and I also recording in the truck here. So if you want to check on that, again, look at my call sign on the internet, N1QOV. Follow it to either Ustream or YouTube, or if you want to get a hold of me, it's N1QOV@yahoo.com. Let me turn down the AM/FM. N1QOV@yahoo.com. Drop me an email. What else you got here besides the nets? Mondays, they have Aries races and nets. If you want to get involved, they can check in. First Tuesdays, there's a medical reserve corps net. You can check into that. What else? There's Sunday mornings. There's the 39, 48, 44, whatever. HF net, 80 meters at 8:30. Then they have all the repeaters on Greylock starting at 9:30 at 6 meters, 9:45 for 440, and 10 o'clock at 10 o'clock, 220 anyway. So there's a bunch of things to do, and somebody want to know APRS. I think who knows about APRS. Anyway, I won't cover that. Back to now.
All right, thank you, Obi. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor. Do we have any further check-ins for the Newcomers Roundtable?
This is AB1TC. Can I get a second shot? I did find the answer for the APRS.
Go ahead, Paul, all yours.
I just want to make this well known that this isn't something I pulled out of the back of my head. I looked it up online because I was curious myself. APRS is a new digital stream-based transmission, and it stands for Automatic Packet Radio Reporting System. Okay, it's an only digital signal, and there's special beacons that you can carry on your person or in a plane or anything that, if you're vulnerable to get lost, where it continually transmits on a preset ham frequency coordinates of where you are, where you've been, and it's capable on a appropriate receiver to generate a visible map of your travel and your current location. It's used for search and rescue and signal direction finding. It was developed in the late 80s and has currently come to use because of the popularity of the new digital repeaters. And that's all I have. Back to net control.
I think his question in there was how to get it hooked up for going into the digipeaters, I believe. When we come back around, he can re-ask his question. KD2JKV, Darren, go ahead, your turn.
Thank you much. I'm glad to hear that this machine is actually getting out so well. I just want to clarify one thing with the November 1 Kilo Oscar Victor that we're recording.
Yeah, OB N1QOV, he records all the nets, the newcomers nets, and the traffic nets.
Very good, thank you. Just go back to net control and plug it out here in a couple minutes.
Okay, thank you. KC1BYD, Rich, your turn, go ahead.
Thank you, Peter. What was the question on the APRS?
I think it was KC1FQL had a question about how to get them into the digipeaters. KC1FQL, go ahead and ask your question about the digipeaters if you're still with us.
This is KC1FQL. Yeah, I'm running a TNC through a Baofeng UV5R. It's using an Android device to handle the software through Bluetooth. And I get really inconsistent dissipating from usually K1FFK. If I do it from my house, I'll get it maybe once out of every 3 times. But if I do it mobile, even out on the rail trail, I just get my own packets back, and it might only digipede maybe once every 2 days.
Okay, I use I've got APRS on my HT, which is a FT1DR, and also on the 400DR and the 100DR. I've never used it on the Baofeng. If I remember right, that's a small TNC. I can't remember the name of it. Was it the $60 job that's out there to be hooked up through the Baofeng?
Yes, it is. It's the mobile linked Bluetooth TNC2.
And that's a 0.5 milliwatt, right? Or is it a full watt?
The TNC or the radio?
The mobile link.
I'm not sure about the mobile link. The radio itself is 5 watts.
Sometimes if you can't hit the digipeater on Greylock, that's the biggie. Getting the signal up there. The guru of APRS would be WA1ZHM John, who I guess he wasn't around for the last round. he'd probably be able to answer that a little bit better. I would say it's probably just that you're not hitting the repeater, the digipeater up there on the hill. And if the settings are all correct, the wide 1, wide 2, 1, you should be able to hit it, or hit someone else that's digipeating or bouncing the signal on one of your hops.
So, for around Berkshire County, you're saying wide 1 or wide 1, 1 and wide 2, 1?
The settings should be wide. Everybody generally uses wide 1, wide 2, 1.
Just the single 1 on the first hop.
Correct. And then the second setting, it's all in the same line. Wide 1, wide 2, 1.
Okay, I'll try out that setting. Thank you very much. KC1FQL, back to that.
Also, John, I can't recall, but John would be able to answer this one too, unless somebody else knows. Greylock only accepts so many signals from a digipeat or from a station at within a certain period of time. So if you're trying to do every 30 seconds or something like that, I don't believe Greylock will take it. It's one packet every so many minutes.
Okay, I did have it set for every 5 minutes, and I did send him an email to Novark because I was afraid that maybe I was spamming the tower and I got sysop banned or something like that. Hey, Jim.
There he is.
I had to go out and get my dinner. I missed the last go around. Yes, if you're a base station and you're identifying more than once an hour, the repeater will know that you're not changing position and it'll only rebroadcast. The digipeater will only digipeat is set up for that to only digipeat once an hour for that particular station. If you're mobile, it's unlimited. You can set it for 30 seconds. You can set it for 10 seconds, whatever. How many times you want it to be spotted. So that's scoop on that. And he covered it pretty well. He said, I think it's a problem with getting in. Don't know if you're using a rubber duck. Yeah, you must be a Bofang. So generally mobiles over on outdoor antennas, and get in better. But I just shut my system down, or I could look you up. I don't know if you're aware of it, but there's a online Google Maps APRS FI or Find You on the internet. KC1FQL, comment?
Comment.
Yes, yeah, I was mobile, but I don't know if I was mobile enough. I was doing it when I was walking, so it might not be changing position often enough to be seen as mobile. Oh yeah, it will be. It decides. Yeah, it will be with no problem. It can actually follow you around in your house. It's pretty precise.
K1FFK.
I'm not using a rubber ducky. I'm using a 16-inch whip. You got one of those aftermarket whips. That's cool. I don't know why you're having a problem, other than the fact that repeater the digipeater in its location catches so much that you may have a problem getting through the mess. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people digipeating through that at one time. The time that you're digipeating, it may be busy. Thank you very much for the information. I don't think you're having any problem, really. The closer, of course, you get line of sight, and you should have no problem whatsoever. It should leave little breadcrumbs on the map, right, and follow you along every time you ID. Okay, back to the net.
We got the question answered. That's good, because I know nothing about APRS. This is KD2JKV. Do we have any further check-ins for the newcomers roundtable? So that takes us back up to the top of the list. John, WA1ZHM.
I knew it just as soon as I put some potato chips in my mouth. Okay, WA1ZHM, the newcomers roundtable. A few things I'd like to say. Welcome to all. Right off the NOBARC page, the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club homepage, right in bold red letters, the announcement of the new repeater. It's not a new repeater, it's just been off the air for a while. The butternut repeater is on the air! Exclamation point. 145.270 negative offset. PL 136.5. The repeater is running and in mixed mode. This means it can pass analog or fusion to digital audio. In order not to hear a digital signal, you need to put your radio in a tone decode mode of PL 136.5, so you won't hear the noise when people are running, of course, digital. Older radios without decode will just have to grin and bear it, as well as scanner people. The digital signal takes priority over an analog signal and will overtake an analog signal. So as a digital user, please listen for an analog signal first and ask is the frequency in use, then go to digital. And after you've done, please say that you're finished clear digital so that analog people can go on and know that you're done. Reports of coverage is highly welcome. Also, I'd like to advertise, we have on a site on the internet called Zello, Z-E-L-L-O. It's like a little group. It's almost like a walkie-talkie. And we've created some groups. One of them is a Northeast Ham Radio communication. And we're looking for people. Anybody can come on, ham or non-ham alike, and chit-chat with us guys. There's also a NOBARC group, an OBARC group. Now I'm going to advertise something about Skywarn. I'm the Skywarn Emergency Coordinator for Berkshire County. And if you folks hear my voice during a weather net, please feel free to engage in any weather reports of high winds, high water, tornadoes, stuff like that. And you can also report on the New England Weather Network. New England Weather Network. I'll be a moderator there, and we'll have that going on. There's a Zello, Z-E-L-L-O. Or this repeater will be in operation to report here, or my email, which is my call sign, WA1ZHM@yahoo.com. I report directly to the National Weather Service. All your information that comes through me goes right directly to them. Many times when there's foul weather in the area, they're on the air listening on 9-1. So they'll chime in and get reports direct. So there you go. My advertising is done. Just want to invite anybody who wants to go to Zello to those groups, and generally a good bunch of folks are sitting there listening. WA1ZHM, back to the newcomers roundtable.
Hey, thank you, John, for the information. Dave, KC1DAX, your turn.
Thank you, Peter. Back to John for a minute. John, you said that site is Zello, Z-E-L-L-O, is that .com, and I'm assuming that has the frequencies and everything on that website? Over.
Z-E-L-L-O. And I'm not sure whether it's .com or what it is, but just Google it. and download it. It's a little program. It'll, well, it's user friendly. You can play with it. What it does is it puts a little sidebar up on your screen, and there's a down on the bottom. There's a thing you can click on, like a HT button. You click on that to transmit and talk, and then you, of course, let it go, and the other people talk, and you can send pictures over and stuff. It's almost like Skype without the video.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, thanks for the info, John. I will definitely check that out. Sounds interesting. And to get back to AB1TC, talking about the hobby becoming more popular, I also heard that there was a big influx of new licenses being put out by the FCC. And also, I went to a Skywarrant class last Wednesday here at the Wilbraham Fire Department, and I was amazed at how many people were there. I think there must have been 50 plus. When I took a hands-up count, 90% of them were hams. There were a few there that were just interested in the weather. But what I want to know is, where are they all the time? Because I recognized a couple of them because you hear them on the net, but most of them, I don't think they're very active. So maybe now that they're weather spotters, we'll hear more from them anyway. But that's about all I got for tonight. I want to thank you, Peter, for running the net. You're doing a good job as usual. And say hello to all the newcomers and to the old comers too. And it's been a good net tonight. I've got to get out of here. I've got a little appointment with my grandson, so I'm going to have to be leaving. So I'll say 73s to all, and have a great day, and think spring. It will get here sooner or later. KC1DAX, back to net.
All right, KC1DAX, Dave, thanks for stopping by. I got you marked out. KC1FQL, your turn. Go ahead.
I'm going to let it go by, seeing as I kind of took over the last round through, so this is KC1FQL, back to net.
Okay, this is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor for the Newcomers Roundtable. Do we have any check-ins?
This is Kilo Bravo 1, Yankee Echo Oscar. Just want to say thank you for bringing the repeater back here in Great Barrington. I'm going to be out of range pretty soon. Just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. KV1YO. WA1ZHF for a quick.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, Mario. Hey, good to hear you. Well, I'm glad you're happy. The guys worked on that hard. And any good reports from it? Are you hearing folks here and there?
K1F.
I just heard about it when you were making the announcement. Also, Heather gave me heads up earlier this morning, and I have not tried it because that was forgotten. But it was going for. So I just wanted to say thank you. Pretty soon I'm going to be out of range, so I don't want to hang on here for too long. I think it's going to drop pretty soon. Mario. Hey Mario, yeah, it's on a temporary antenna for a while, for about a month. Then we're going to put the station master up on the tower, and the footprint should get much better. Good hearing you. Back to net.
Thank you, Mario, for checking in. KC1FQU, Scott, it's your turn.
KC1FQU Belchertown. Yeah, this has been great, guys. This particular net has been very interesting, very informative and helpful, and I'll be back again. But as far as tonight goes, I'm afraid I'm going to have to back out and spend some time doing some other things. But I'm going to listen anyways. I'm not going to shut it off, but I don't think I'll be able to participate anymore this evening. Again, thanks a lot to everybody, 73s to everybody. KC1FQU, back to the net.
All right, thank you for joining in here tonight, KC1FQU. I got you marked out. K1SAZ, you are up.
Okay, sir. I'm actually going to follow the path here and ask permission to secure Has been a good night. It's great to be back. It's great to hear all these new and old voices, and I'm sure I'll be chatting with all of you soon. So with that, 7-3 to all, and we'll talk to you again soon. Back to that permission to secure, please.
K1SAV, feel free to secure. AB1TC, Paul, your turn. Go ahead.
AB1TC. Yeah, one last comment about the count of increasing hams. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this topic, but the onslaught of Chinese radios, I think, really spurred some interest and got the hobby going, as much as people hate to admit it. Because they, for $25, $30, they could try it out and see if they really were interested and just listen to other people. And that's exactly what my brother did, and that's how I got him into it. And with that, I'm requesting permission to secure, and I gotta go make my supper.
And I'm going to have to admit that's what got me into, well, two things got me into the amateur radio. That was the no code and the fact that I started out with a little Bofang HT. So I know where you're going with that. Paul, feel free to secure it. Will. N1QOV. OB, your turn.
Oh, I think he fell asleep. You know how geezers are.
We lost Obi somewhere. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor for the Newcomers Roundtable. Do we have any further check-ins?
KD2JKV.
All right, KD2TKR. Joe, you're a little late into the machine, but go ahead.
Roger. Okay. Well, I heard him say geezers, and I qualified. So, all right. If it's a little light, we won't hate you here. KD2JKR. Request permission to secure.
All right, Joe, we can hear you, but I'll mark you out and secure. Where are we? KD2LCH. Darren, go ahead. Darren poofed. KC1BYD. Rich, you still with us?
Yes, sir. Made it all the way out to Williamstown now, and we're in our spot, so we don't have to shift and all that good kind of stuff. Another good, I'm going to toss it back to APRS here. I really enjoy the APRS droid on the phones, too. They work very well when sometimes you can't hit the repeater or whatever. APRS droid's always in there if it's a necessity to have, or if not, it's just fun. Obi kind of draws a picture on his phone when he's out doing his deal and, trying to do a little bit of artwork on the streets. It's really a nice setup. I actually like it.
Okay, Rich, thank you. Back to the top of the list one more time. And I hope John isn't eating potato chips at this point. WA1ZHM, go ahead.
Okay. Rich, good to see you today. And the other half, better half. Remember, you have to live in that house where she is the supervisor. So, word to the wise. Anyhow, I'd like to invite all you folks to the No Bark homepage and run through some of the stuff. We try and keep it updated as best as we can. And what else? Zello I spoke of. If you ever want to get a hold of me, I have a Facebook page, my call sign, and my name, John. Let's see, what else? My email, wa1zhm@yahoo.com. Drop me a line with any questions or thoughts you may have. Don't know if I can help you out, but if I can find the answer, I'll give it to you. And APRS, yeah, I've run it for years and years, well, since it started. Used it in search and rescue. Used it for law enforcement. Used it for a lot of different stuff. And now I just enjoy it with the amateur community. But I would, suggest if you're at all interested in it, get on the internet and check it out. Go to YouTube. There's zillions of YouTube demonstrations on it. And you can go to the Google find FI. Google.fi, Foxtrot India. Google FI. No, what is it? APRS. Google APRS. You can also find it that way too. So do a search and come up, and it'll bring a map up and everything, and it shows where everybody is. You can zoom in or out, have fun with it. You can also plot your position on that, and it'll show you on the map. That's over the internet. So that's about all I have other than say I'm going to secure. I'll be listening for a while, but haven't got too much more to offer this evening. Good group. I'm interested to find out just how many we had tonight for check-ins. WA1ZH, back to the Newcomers Roundtable.
So far with me, we have 13 checked in tonight.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, I get you. You can secure, John, it will. KC1 FQL, we are up to you.
Well, I just want to thank everyone on the net for all the good information, and this is my first big round of contacts, so I'm really excited. Up to this point, pretty much today, I wasn't really sure if this thing actually worked. So I just want to thank everyone, and KD2JKV, I will be waiting after the net to talk about
K1FFK.
Talk about passing radiograms, and this is KC1 FQL securing from the net.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Just kind of hang out when I'll close the net. Once I close the net down, me and you will get together, and you can log everybody in, and I'm sure we'll all be more than happy to send you QSL cards out. So I have you secure. N1QOV, OB, are you with us?
Yeah, I was away for a while, but anyway, did anybody mention where and when and how the classes over there in where is it, East Chatham Firehouse? Did anybody mention the times and dates and all that?
Nobody did, but if you got it, go ahead.
Okay, well, they've already started the classes. Maybe you can get into it, but where's it? Rip Van Winkle Amateur Radio Society.org, I think, or K2WG Wayne over there in Chatham. The next ones will be Saturday, May 21st, 9 to 3, then Saturday, June 4th, 9 to 5, with a VE exam on the June 4th, which will be open to all. Anyway, get a hold of the Rip Van Winkle Amateur Radio Society on the internet and check it out. What else here? Skywarn Training, though it's on the front page of the NOBARC site, nobarc.org. What else I got here? That's probably, I guess you want to close the net. And terrific net, Pete. That was great. Glad to hear all the check-ins. I keep scaring them away, but they keep coming. Hey, nice job. N1QOV back tonight.
Thank you. Thank No Bark for putting such faith in me to let me do all this net control every week here. KD2LCH, Darren, you're up. Go ahead. I think you checked out KC1 BYD. Rich, you're up.
No, I'm sorry I didn't have nothing interesting to say or bring to the net there, guys. I'm, like I said, I was trying to get up here to get to work and all that kind of stuff, so I was doing other things as well, and I do apologize. It was a great net, and I'm thankful that I got to check in at least once this month. You guys have a good night, and I'm going to ask to secure the station as well.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for checking in. We enjoyed you being here. Okay, I guess if anybody has any further business or comments, then I'll close this thing down. Okay, so this has been a regular bi-weekly meeting of the No Bark N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable. I'd like to thank No Bark, the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club, for its sponsorship and for the use of the repeater, which we will now return to regular amateur use. Thanks to all the people who checked in tonight. This net is secure at 8:43 p.m. This is Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Kilo Victor, signing clear.
WA1ZHM, this is KV1YO. You copy?
Oh yeah, good signal, Mario. WA1ZHM.
Right, I'm coming out of some of the hills there. I just wanted to say thank you again, to the guys of the club there that put all the effort for the repeater. It's working great. As a matter of fact, I've been traveling alone and just hitting it every once in a while. So far, it's coming between 8 to 10 bars. On my little radio here, I only have up to 10 bars on the signal received. And it comes very, very good. So far, I haven't talked to anybody yet, but the strength is very good. In about a minute or so, I might just give it another try before I make a turn and see how it is. If it becomes as good as it has been, it's actually working better so far. Maybe one.
Okay, Mario. Well, don't forget it's a digital repeater now. It operates analog and digital. So there you go. So if you're running analog all the time and you don't want to hear the digital noise, put the decoder on your radio, 136.5 decode, and that'll keep the digital noise out of your radio when they're playing on digital. But it is a digital. It's a brand new repeater. So yeah, we forked over the money. We're going to get a sister repeater, the same deal up on Greylock to replace the 9-1. It's in the works. So things are happening.
Good. It's still coming in. Not as strong right now. This time, but I think it's actually working better so far. But digital radio, I think the one in the house works. Never really, I guess, again. Thanks for the heads up, John. Appreciate it. And I just want to say, you're going to hear from me more now.
Okay, we're glad you're happy. And yeah, check in from time to time, give us an update. I can't hit it from here. I can hit it, but I can't hear it. I can it's working. And we can, tweak it up. 7-3s, WA1ZHM.
KV1 wide deal clear. 7-3. Good night.
KC1 FQL KD2JKV.
This is KC1 FQL.
Alright, we can talk about your radiogram.
Okay, well, how would I get involved in something like that?
For NTS, you just would, you join any of the NTS nets, the one on here, at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m., or the CDTN, at 6:30 on the L2LEN. If you, I think if you talk to Paul here, he's the first region liaison. Tell him you want to start sending and receiving traffic, and then you just download or pick up some radiograms. And if somebody has, usually it's Paul here that sends out traffic. Let me drop it. If Paul comes on and says he's got traffic, and you want to take it, then he'll give you the traffic. You write it down as he says it. Usually you get phone numbers. You can call the people up and deliver the radiograms like I usually do, or they have if you can't get a hold of them by phone, you would send the radiogram out to the postal address. And if they call you back or they get in touch with you back and say, I want to send a radiogram out, you would, let me drop, would write down the radiogram on whatever they wanted to say. We have precedence numbers. R is routine. You could Google ARRL radiogram precedences, and they'll give you a list of what the precedences are. Like ARL 50 is greetings by ham radio. ARR 56 is congratulations. There's a whole bunch of them that you can keep bookmarks so you know. And then the whatever the priority is, most of the traffic that goes out is routine traffic. And then we can teach you how to actually take a radiogram and write it up so you can pass it through the network.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to hit the NOBARC meeting this month, so, I don't know if you'll be there, but, that way I can get more information on all that.
I doubt I'll be there. I'm way out here in Albany, so I don't really, it's really hard for me to get out to Western Mass to go to the meetings. This is about as close to the meetings as I get, is helping them out with their nets.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and I really do appreciate, this was really excellent and an excellent experience. One more question. How do I go about, and I should know this already, and it's just slipping my mind, logging the QSL reports?
Depending on your logging software, I use QRZ.com. It's just easier for me. But depending upon which one you use, you put all the the call signs down of who you talk to, the frequency, the time, usually in UTC time. What mode was it in, FM or sideband or AM, and their signal report, which would probably off the repeaters would probably be 5.9.
Yeah, I'm not really using, I'm trying to decide whether I want to do my stuff on my Linux box or my Windows PC. Trending towards phone calls, even though I can't stand it because that's what I have Chirp and Echolink on.
All the logging programs pretty much, even if you write them down on paper, you need to just transfer them to whatever logging program, but I just use QRZ.com because it's just easier.
That's good. I registered on there, so that's probably what I'll be doing later after I make the Mrs. Dinner. I think that's pretty much all I got for tonight. I want to thank you, and this is KC1FQL, clear.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, if you wanna, you want to pass traffic and be part of the NTS, AB1TC, Paul, he's our first region liaison for Western Massachusetts. So you can just let him know, and I can pretty much, help you run the first few messages.
That's awesome. Very much.
Yeah, if you have any other questions or anything, my email address is good on QRZ.
Okay, actually, now that I went clear and then went back on, I did have a question. On the 91 Sunday during the day, I hear a lot of almost coming over the frequency. Do you know what that's off?
Kind of like went in and out, so try that again.
Yeah.
I think his battery's dying.
I think if you're on an HC, I think your battery's dying.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I thought I heard heads dying there. Somebody was keying over him.
KC1 FQL, are you still out here?
Yes, I am. It sounds like someone keyed over me.
Yeah, someone was keying over you or your battery was dying or something, but try your last transmission again.
Yeah, on Sundays, I hear a loud, almost like alternator flip-flopping on the 91 machine. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is, but if WA1ZHM is still in here, John might know about that.
Oh, it's got to be local noise in your area. Cause I don't hear anything like that. That's the local noise stuff. Let me see if I got it. Because we have so much radar around here for, well, they work with it over here, General Dynamics. And that causes problems in burglar alarms. They have radar. They all cause interference. So who knows where it comes from? But I don't think it's off the repeater.
Okay, well, I have to sign off. The missus giving me a hairy eyeball, so this is KC1FQL, clear, 73.
73. WA1ZH.
Hey, 73, take it easy, have a good night, KD2JKV.
Hi, Peter.
Hello.
K2EZY.
What's up, Scott?
Nothing. I was just going through my, scanning through the memories, and I heard you talking.
Yeah, I was just helping somebody out. I had some questions about the NTS.
Yeah, I gathered that. Yep. You'll just...
So what's up, old man?